Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slain Hope. And I just want to share this video with y'all. It was a video I seen it probably like 2 days ago. It was like some news footage about a shooting, about 2 off-duty police officers killing a man in the Bronx. So before I even go into like my commentary, I want y'all to check out the video for yourself. So check it out.
Without fathers.
Michael Rosado's wife and family are distraught over his death. They blame the NYPD for killing an innocent, unarmed man.
He didn't have no firearm. His hands were up. And that cop still chose to be reckless.
But Pix11 obtained surveillance video that tells a different story. First, you see a group of people arguing in front of a bodega at the corner of Valentine Avenue and 180th Street in the Fordham Heights section of the Bronx. It's around 4:30 Sunday morning. That argument escalates, and you can see Michael Rosado firing shots in the air. 2 off-duty NYPD officers hear the shots and they respond. Rosado fires at the officers. They return fire, hitting the 24-year-old in his torso. The entire time, the gun is exchanging hands between Rosado and his father, Rafael. Rafael is also seen firing at the officers, ducking down behind a car. At one point, Rosado stumbles and falls to the ground. His father, Rafael, now has the gun. He leaves the scene, but comes back. In all, police say 8 rounds were fired at the officers. City council member and Democratic candidate for Bronx Borough President Vanessa Gibson also watched the video.
He pointed a weapon at police officers. He intended to shoot a police officer, and that will never end well. The police officers responded in the way that they were trained, and they did what they needed to do. And then his father was also engaging with police officers as well.
Still, the community believes the outcome should have been different.
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
The video is evidence in a full investigation. As far as Rafael Rosado, Michael's father, he has at least 60 prior arrests and is now charged in this shooting. Police say the officers identified themselves and repeatedly ordered the men to put their weapons down. Both sides agree the shooting was a tragedy and it could have been a lot worse. The 2 officers were not hit. They were treated for minor injuries. In the meantime, on that video, you also see the father passing off the gun to a 3rd person. Police are looking for that person as we speak. So at this point, they don't have the weapon. Also in the video, you see Michael stumbling, and he does put his hands up, but that is at the very end after the shootout. For now.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to give my condolences to the family. You know, it's not easy losing a family member, you know, our son, our father, our brother, our uncle. It's never easy losing people that you love, that you got love for. And I just wanted to say that, you know what I'm saying, I don't know who the family is. I don't know these people. And yeah. So I wanted to kind of like talk about this, right? Because, you know, in the beginning of the video, the family's obviously mentioning that like the police was wrong, that you know they made it seem like this was a situation of an unarmed individual that had his hands up, and the police, you know, once again the police strikes and they kill somebody, right? So I think that's kind of like what captured my attention. I thought like the video, I was gonna witness a video about, you know, some surveillance about somebody like didn't really do anything, running away from the cops. But then when you look at the video, you kind of like see that these individuals had a gun, they had a weapon, and they also fired it at the police. Now, maybe they didn't know they was police, right? Because, you know, sometimes they say, oh, they identify themselves as police. But at the end of the day, if you got a gun and you doing something, you shooting, and then somebody else just pull up and they start shooting back and they don't got police uniform on, or they don't seem like cops, you might get a little startled too and be like, yo, who the hell is this? Like, you know? So I could kind of understand that. I could kind of get that too. And however, I also see like, you know, it's not like the situation that they was presenting at the beginning, saying that these people were unarmed and they wasn't doing anything and the police just came through, violated, right? Like clearly the video shows this person shooting. then they was firing shots at the police. So it's just a crazy situation. And then I think like the fact that there's surveillance, right? I mean surveillance. So now they got surveillance on these dudes, like showing that they actually was in the wrong, right? Like, you know, argument turns out bad, you start shooting. What's ironic to me is that maybe the family didn't see this video, and maybe the other protesters didn't see the video either, right? Because I think like when police shoot somebody, we just so quick to think that, you know, like, oh, they wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we hear that a lot, right? And then look, now there's a video that shows the total opposite, right? That these people were actually shooting. They was, you know, it's a crime to have a gun and do certain things. So maybe the people that were protesting or whatever, or are trying to demand like justice, right, don't know. But I just think like when you don't have all the facts, when you don't, you know what I'm saying, like, right, it's a video, you look kind of dumb when you're going out there and you're trying to protest and you're trying to like stand up for somebody, and you don't got the whole information. You look kind of stupid. I remember one time when I was young, in front of my building, I remember that the police came, pulled up, and were searching me, was going through my pockets and stuff like that. And I remember this guy, he came downstairs from like from like the hallway. I think he was in the hallway on his floor, right? So he came down all the way down in the elevator, and he thought the police was just harassing us, because that's what they used to do, right? They used to harass young black men. So he came downstairs and he was just like, yo, why you harassing these young black men? Like, I know them. Like, they play basketball at the local gym. Like, you know, they good kids, blah, 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 right? So he came out, trying to defend us, sticking his neck out for us. And he didn't know what was going on. But he did it on the pretext that the police is always harassing young black men. So when that happened, the police asked him, well, did you know these two young men were selling drugs? You know, and eventually I think the police end up finding the drugs on me or whatever. So it's just a prime example. Sometimes people will jump to your aid because they're used to a certain dilemma or certain situations taking place. And then, you know, he looked stupid, and I felt kind of bad because, damn, he really came out his way to kind of like come look out for me, or me and my mans, and stick his neck out for us. And we was in a situation where we was doing wrong. So, yeah, like I said, it's unfortunate, but let me know how y'all feel about it. Some people still feel like, so what? If that would have been a white person, you know, this is like always the argument, right? If that would have been a white person and they had a gun, the police probably would have never killed them. They probably would have shot him in the leg, or they probably would have figured out a way to disarm them. So I don't know. That might be the argument, right? The argument might be like, you know, somebody still ended up losing their life. And like I said, it always hurts to lose a family member. But let me know what y'all think. Like, do y'all think the police was justified? Do y'all think they wasn't? Should they have done something else? If they should have done something else, what could that look like, right? And yeah, and just let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Word. But y'all be safe out there. Have a good one. Peace.